Let's check if we're live. Okay, so we are live in 3 and 2 and 1, and yes, we are live. Good. So welcome back, lads. Today is day 99, backtesting until I'm profitable. Really glad that I'm at this standpoint as of now. Very glad. So let's get started with the backtesting. And tomorrow will be day 100. I can see how far we've come, and I can see how far I'm going. So let's get it with. So 2025 City Futures model. Okay, so this was yesterday. Some trades that we were reading. Now I'd like to go to the new day. What day will it be? Will it be a Monday? It's a Tuesday. Now I'd like to remove the drains here as well. Now I'll start with the daily time frame, and I would like to first see how it's looking overall. If you know higher time frame SMTs. Okay, now let's go to the NQ. So what's my analysis like? So you can see we're still in this range. It's slow here. I have this daily low here. So we're kind of like in a closed range, and now we have this gap that we dropped into, and then we started pushing higher. So I'd like to mark this. First is this, and this. These will be the areas of interest. These are daily highs, because you can see we're forming inside days, which means that we might as well drop. Like, it will depend on the first level that we will take out. These are our abundant POIs on the daily time frame. Now down to the 4 hour, we can refine them more clearly. Alright, we have this as well, and this is how the 4 hour is looking like. Now on the 4 hour we have nothing big. You can see that we dropped to I think it's like constant encroachment over here, then pushed higher highs. Yes, okay, on the 4 hour here. No big thing. I thought there was some kind of SMT. And now I'd like to go to 1 hour. Let's see if we can pass on the 2 hour. 2 hour has this kind of already gap here. And the 1 hour, let me mark it in 1 hour. So 1 hour is looking like this. By the way, 2 hour, it's just basically the same thing. So this is a fair value gap. We have a sweep here. Now I'd like to see market push and take out maybe these highs here. These are some highs from yesterday's PM session. See, there's a PM session close. Sorry. Now down to 15. I could see that we've created an inversion here, and I'm sure I think it might hold, but I'm sure. And let me make some popping out color and make it a bit like this. So this is the 15-minute value gap. So you can see we created a change in state here. After this sweep, let's see, did we have an SMT here? There was no SMT, but I can see it as a very nice reversal, with these recent highs being our draw. This high is here, high here. So let's see what happens. So here we have an SMT, which means here we might have a pre-market entry. So now let's go down to the 5. So like it's being fractal and repeating itself. Like we're having changes in state and stuff like that. Okay, so we have this SMT down to the 1 minute. This is how it's looking like on the 1 minute from this low here to this here and here. So let's see. And the open is near. Let's wait for the open to drop again to the 15-minute fair value gap, and we take out this high as market opens. Looks like this one here gets invalidated. Like here for ES drops while NQ is pushing higher. Then we put in this SMT here from this high here. This it's crazy. And now maybe you might like to enter on this last down close here. But I wouldn't really take that entry because then I'll be targeting these highs, but that's not like what I'm looking for right now. This 15-minute inversion, did it hold? It looks like it's not holding. This 15-minute inversion. Let's see. Boom, it explodes higher. You can see now we have another bigger time frame SMT. That's why I was waiting. So we have another SMT here, like on these lows here. Now back to the 5 minute. And so you have this kinds of movement. Yeah, so now down to the 1 minute. If you you'd like to imagine, like, if I've taken this entry, then that means it would have been already stopped out. It's crazy. So let's see what happens. So in the 1 minute time frame, it starts looking. We have a very this 15-minute fair value gap held inversion. This 15-minute inversion, we created a very nice push to the upside, and we have our first presented fair value gap. I think. Sorry, up to 1 minute. We have this first presented fair value gap. You can see it right here, and I think we're gonna push higher. Since we're gonna respect there, like to look for some draws on liquidity here. That means we might target these highs here and these highs here. Let's see, this high here is London high. We've already taken out London lows early, and that London high will be a potential target. Now down to the 1 minute. The reason I'd like to take this trade is because this is our first presented value gap, and you can see how we drop into it and start rejecting. So this will be a time to enter and then target those highs with some entry looking like this. Target there, and maybe the stop will be here, 2.5 hour. Yeah, let's take that one. Okay, let's take the screenshot. Okay, let's see what happens if it's not a direct stop out. So we get stopped out and we drop into this order block. Still think this is a valid entry to the upside. Let's see. Boom, we end up dropping even more. So we had this SMT on 1 minute is holding. This SMT is like this, and from here to here you can see we had a very crazy SMT. Okay. And here we have this changing state, basement is the changing state, and then the drop. So this 15-minute fair value gap is disrespected. Back to the 1 hour. This is a 2-hour fair value gap. It doesn't get respected as well. But instead we push higher, run these highs and into this fair value gap with some SMTs, and then we drop. So yeah, I think a bit too late for us to find an entry inside here. Maybe we can find one or not. I don't know if there's still a possibility we have a crazy SMT here. Yeah, change in state. We drop, push higher a bit, then we drop again. So we create a change in state inside here. You see it. You can see how this candle pushes inside again and then drops. Okay, it's not bad. I think this is gonna start acting like it's gonna start acting like okay. Yeah, I think this fair value gap is gonna start acting like as an inversion. Well, this will be my first percentage fair value gap. Push above it, start to reject, drop below it, push higher, it gets treated as an inversion, respected, and then we drop. We don't get any entry so far, except maybe from this sweep inversion. And push back into this Indian state right there. The 5 minutes looking like that. 1:15, 1 hour is dropping like that. We've already taken out this low here, and we haven't done that on ES, so we're still in that range basically. So I'd like to see this low get taken out before reverse at least. So we took it on ES. So does this mean that we have an SMT? I don't know. I think here I can put in some cells. In this, so it's above there, and target right here. Okay, we can keep our TP open and risk 0.7 or risk 1%. Okay, now save the screenshot. Let's see what happens. Boom, another stop out. So actually this was an SMT. How did I not see this? Now I would have capitalized on this entry. You can see it right here. Should have saw it earlier because we have an SMT here. See here. SMT. Yikes. I don't know why I'm so married to the bias. So we're pushing to this first presented fair value gap. And we touch it a bit here. So we end up pushing above the first presented fair value gap. And you can see we end up taking out this high as well as we did on NQ. So the good entry happened here in this macro. Very nice move. I was so dumb. How did I? So we're looking forward to this high to get taken out. And we put in another SMT here. Let's see what happens. So we put in some more SMTs, and we take out the high. Boom. High gets tagged in. 15 minutes. You can see we took out these highs here. Well, these are the highs, and ES hasn't done that yet. So we'll be waiting and see what happens. And we also take out that one as well. Up to 15 in 1 hour. I'd like to see how it's looking here. So we have a terrible SMT here, like from this height to here, or from this height to here. It's terrible. I don't know if it will reverse or if ES will catch up. I don't know. Let's see. So it creates another favorite gap here and it's respected. And we drop. Haven't seen a sweep, so I'm not just going to accept if I consider that high time frame sweep. Okay, so we take out this high here, and you can see we have an SMT now. Have an SMT, you can see it very nicely here. And we have a change in stage here. Yes, David, ngiriwe. Muvuye mu giterane? Cyagenze sawa? Kukireba kuri ADPR Gatenga kabisa. So let's say retracement to the, you can see we get a retracement to the change in state. So here we enter the plus this candle. You might be wondering why this candle, because we have an inversion here. So this is the first candle from this gap here. So most likely I put it at this close of this candle or somewhere here, almost depending on my risk parameters. So now this will be the low hanging fruit, giving us a single 2 hour. I'm just gonna tip it down. The problem is that this trade will work out, but yeah, I have to work on looking what trade to take and what trades not to take. You can see how good it explodes and drops to the downside. The reason I didn't take this trade was because I've already taken March trades for the day. I think 2 was enough, I think. And yeah, this is what happens to us. So we've got the SMT here. Now up to 1 hour. I don't know, do we have any kind of one blocker? So you look at this. Look at this sweep here. Anyways, back to the 1 minute. Oh, what is that? What have I done? 1 minute. Back to 1 minute. This will give it like a 4 hour if you hold to it. How would the first presented favor the gap still here? So let's keep it there. And boom, touch it. So we're consolidating and we put in an extra SMT. I don't know why market would reject the first presented favorably gap, but since we've taken out this high from this range here, this is a daily high if you remember well, and we'd like to continue lower now to target the previous data. So maybe PM session might offer an opportunity, and I'll actually take it. I don't really care if that's too many trades, but as long as I trade my model. So 5 minutes of this very good favorite gap. Now back to the one. Yeah, we've got this kind of SMT kind of in correlation, and yeah, how's the 30-second looking like? So we have an inversion here, and yeah, we have an SMT here. You can see the side was taken out an NQ. Yes, didn't take out the high. So we're looking to sell moment price returns to that line. Hopefully stop loss will be there, target will be here, and I might even hold it long term so that I can get to this daily lows as well. But that will be a very big objective, so maybe I might target the range inside here, this low or half. So I have many draws here, so I can let's say that we're low on low, whatever. Now let's see, do we get a retracement? Let's put 15 seconds, and you can see we trace back into it in this candle. So let's take this one, even though I'm a bit late to it. Now trading on the one on the 30-second time frame, it's crazy. Now it's delaying. Alright, now take the screenshot and journal this. So it's the entry model here. I saw the sweep, change in state and inversion of the fair value gap. And let's see what happens. So we're in the 15 seconds. So it will be extremely volatile. Launch takes us out like that, and boom. So back to the 1 minute. How's it looking like? Yeah, we drop really nicely inside here, and yeah, it's some kind of SMT there as well. Okay, I think that was enough sauce for the day. Very terrific. So we're here. Launcher is consolidating. We get another manipulation. Take out this high there. Where is the high here? So it's this high here. You can see. I think we're also about to take it on ES, but ES doesn't take it out. The SMTs are really getting out of hand. But let's see what happens. So put in another small SMT. I'm still looking for lower price. We took out the daily high. But yeah, what's this low here? What's this high here? So we took out this high, and we've again took out this high. So we did that here. So where is this high? This one. We've also taken it out, so it's not a big deal. So let's see if we drop here. So here, created an inversion, just right there, and we get our change in state of delivery, and we continue dropping. Yeah, that's life. We continue dropping. 5 minutes look like. Now we're in this gap here. Well, price today was kind of cheeky. You can't trust it. I mean, you can never trust price. Never. Okay. Now we're putting in some other kind of SMT as well. I'm getting tired of this. This is a PM session. We failed to take out this high. This high here. Meanwhile, yes, it's flying real quick. Okay, internal SMT. Yeah, let's just look at it fly higher. I think after all, we're not gonna drop. We've already taken out this first targets. You can see they were good buy side objectives for the day, and this was a very large range day. You can see how it dropped nicely, and then we have this huge wick. So yeah, all we got was L's, and we're now at all-time highs. So we'll be looking out for what is to happen. Wait a minute, I went to next day open, and wow, we're here. Crazy. Trading all-time highs is, it freaks me out. Now let me remove please. Oh God's people say amen. Na, 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 na. Da, 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 da. Oh God's people say amen. So the morning here created an SMT. It's funny, the kill zones. So from here, so from this slow here, and yes, delivered way too nice, way too nice on the 4 hour. Now look at this move. I think the Fib couldn't even handle it itself. From here. So we're obviously bullish, there's no debate on that. You had some news that pushed market crazy high. Now let's see. I have this big gap. I'm gonna rebalance it. I'm looking for consequent encroachment of it to get balanced. Down to the 5, it took out this high there that created the news. But yeah, and Q did not, hasn't done that yet, so which means we have a SMT there. Another SMT here. Now down to the 1 minute. It is very, it's looking good. So I'm also thinking of rebalancing on NQ. Yeah, NQ will be inside here. Down to the 5 is the same thing, same damn thing, same. Right now, let's see what happens at the open. So 29, and boom, we open and we drop to this low, creating another SMT. So this might become our draw, and this is low in the kill zone, and boom, we push higher, and here we're in the gap. We've swept liquidity, we've really changed in state. Changing state, I'd like a retracement. Let's buy limit here. Gonna buy limit on my stop somewhere there. Then my target will be this high. So I'll be looking at this. This is because we have another bigger priority SMT because we're in POI. So it's a 1.8 R. Let's see how it's looking on the 30-second. So we've got this inversion here, and the actual change in state on 30-second happened here. So let's see if the 30 seconds provides an entry, then we can capitalize off of that one, because maybe we'd have clear confirmation there. So we do drop. So that was the 1 minute here. Haven't reached there yet. It's a retracement to the gap. Pierce it, and this one as well. So here you can take this entry. Let's buy something like 2 contracts here. And we'll be targeting to take out this week. Take profit will be at 19,459. 19,459. You can see this price right here. Okay, and my SL will be somewhere here, like 19,407. Sorry, 19,407, somewhere here. All right, let's see how it goes. And we hit take profit right there. Very good. I think it was like a one to what? Let me see in the trade section. I think I have it there. So far it's like a 61, right? Very crazy. What's this one? How can I view the images? Okay, journal. I think there's some right journal here. My notes. Is it this one? It's not this one. This is the day it took 6K loss. Today I didn't journal that one, so yeah, let's let it be. Anyways, you can see that this isn't using validated. Let's not consider that. So one thing that I learned here is automatic adaptation. As in, you remember me being on the 30-second waiting for this to get filled, but it didn't. But as I saw how market was moving, I was like, how about I check the 1 minute? 1 minute was retracing into a gap here, and this one. So I was like, here is an entry, because it might not reach your entry. You might wait until your death, and it might not reach here as well. But this is also another entry mode, a sweep, shift, retracement. Simple as that. So yeah, you gotta be like a good observer and accept to learn and yeah, capitalize off of the moves. So it wasn't a big point move, but look, from here to here it's like 36 points. Not that big, but also not small. It's better than 0. All right, now we're at 9:41. Macro's about to step in a few, in 9. Okay, so we continue pushing higher, as you can see. I should have held some. Oh god, the macro now. Now do it down to the 1 minute time frame. What is price doing around here? We put in another SMT, a very cheeky one here. Took out this equal lows, create a change in state inversion. Another change in state here. Let's respect those at 2 minute. Change in state gets in right there. Right there. Okay, so very nice move. Didn't take it, but very nice move. And now here we get a retracement into the gap. We started dropping now. What happened? Let's see the 5 minute. Maybe it's rebalancing the 5 minute. How this gap there. Back to 1 minute. Get another inversion. We're just dancing around pretty much. Back to the 5. We're in this gap now. Okay. What's happening? Okay. Now back to the 5. Yeah. Close the gap, so it got disrespected here. 15. This will be the next stop. This parallel. Let's see if we go there. So that's the 15. The gap starts somewhere here. That's the one. If we're there. Oh, God's people say amen. La 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 la. Oh, God's people say amen. Oh, God's people say amen. Okay, so we're starting to put in some kind of SMT now. Change in state, brother. Change in state. How was the 30-second looking inside of here? Pushes higher. Inversion returns into the inversion, pushes high. Now back to the 1 minute. But I'll change in state right here. Keep in mind we're still bullish. Have an SMT there. Ow. And what if this is some kind of manipulation, because it's also, you can see it's also an SMT there. Let's read this and see. So you get a retracement to the change in state, and this is the draw. But we didn't set a limit order, so maybe I can buy a few contracts here and see if it takes out the I think here we're gonna get cut out in a loss. It will depend. Looks like market's dropping here. SMT is holding, so we're gonna be up here. It's $535. So you can see it continues to drop. Yep. Michelle, go. Chakuryama mu cyumba ndaza gusangayo. Ukorera wenyine. Dada ari mu nzu? Nze pariki kureba iPad. Ndaza kuza gufata nta kibazo ujya kuryama. So we try to minimize the loss. So kind of consolidating in the lunch hour now. Is this an SMT? No, that is just a normal sweep changing state. Let's see how the 15 is looking. Where are we at on the daily? So we're in this consolidation range, chopping up, but look at this good move. So we got from somewhere here, got out here, but look at holding this whole move. So that will depend on what the fib might have shown us, maybe here to here. If we put the fib, consider the two level 2 is here, 2.5, and boom. So yeah, it's not a bad move. Down to the 1 minute. So right here, drop. I don't know, maybe it's because it was 130. see here we have the first presented periodic of the afternoon session. And we start to reject off of the first presented. That's how the second's looking like. Yeah, it's also rejecting the first presented, and I think we're gonna reject it. That's the one. So this trade will just be basically like this, just because the PM session is starting out bearish. Let's take with this and see. Okay, so taking out the highs from the first presented periodic gap. Now down to the 30-second, I think I can see maybe something. So here, equal highs, we swept them out. I have this change in state. Sorry, I have this SMT, and it's the same from here to here, and yes, so SMT. Now I'm about to have my inversion inside here, but I've got this inversion. You can see it getting retraced to, let's see the 15-second here. Let's see, retracement to the inversion. Let's see where we close. We closed about, which means setup has been invalidated. And then we get yet another sweep on this high. Remember 30-second here. Whoa, what was this? FOMC, Fed interest rates. You can see, yeah, technicals was followed, even though it didn't offer an entry on the trading state, but you can see it was dropping after forming these kinds of SMTs here. Right, that's enough source for today. That's enough learning. Well, we'll keep learning more and keep developing on this strategy. It's the Fourier model and just pure ICT concepts. So until we meet